Let's begin in child's pose. So sit back on the heels, rest your rib cage on the thighs, and bring your forehead to the floor. Relax your jaw, soften the eyes, and take a moment to really notice how it feels to be in the body today at this time. And now begin to deepen the breath, lightly engaging the throat like you're narrowing a valve, which will help you to lengthen the breath like you're drinking it through a long, thin straw. Let's sit up into Vajrasana, bring the palms together into Anjali Mudra, and remember your Sankalpa, your intention for practicing today, and where you would like the practice to take you in the long run. Lift up to your knees, bring the arms down by the sides, and then inhale as you reach the arms up overhead. And then exhale to sit back into child's pose. Now inhale and rock forward to the hands and knees, lengthening the area between the sternum and navel. And then curl your toes under and exhale back into down dog. Inhale back to all fours, lift the chest, look forward. Exhale to child's pose, engaging the abdomen on the way back. And now inhale to sweep the arms overhead, lift off the heels, look up. And exhale back into child's pose. Inhale to all fours, lengthening the area between the sternum and navel. Curl the toes under and exhale back to down dog, lifting the hips a little bit higher this time. Inhale to all fours, lift the chest, look forward. Exhale to child's pose. And be mindful that you hear the inhale softly in your throat as you reach up toward the ceiling. Exhale to child's pose. Inhale up to the hands and knees. And exhale back into down dog. This time we'll stay in downward facing dog. And take a few breaths here. Every exhale, draw the low belly back to the spine and lift the hip creases a little bit higher. And every time you inhale, allow the area all around the heart to soften like you're making space for the breath and for the prana to move in. At the very end of exhale, step the right foot forward now to the right thumb into a runner's lunge. Inhale here and sink a little bit deeper in the hips. And then exhale back into down dog. Then take a deep Ujjayi breath in here. Exhale completely. Very end of exhale, now step the left foot forward to the left thumb. Inhale here, sink a little bit deeper. And now as you exhale, step the right foot forward to meet the left. Inhale, get a little more length again between the sternum and navel, so it feels like you flatten the back. And then exhale, fold forward, relaxing the neck but engaging the abdomen. Inhale to reach up. Inhale the whole way up, so when your palms touch, you're still breathing in. And then exhale the arms down by the sides. And let's begin with a few Surya Namaskar. Inhale, reach up, lifting the inside of the rib cage. Exhale forward, engaging the abdomen on the way down. Inhale, get a little more length in the spine. Now as you exhale, bend the knees. Either step or if you like, hop back and lower all the way down to the mat. Inhale and stretch the arms forward into a full prostration, filling the torso with breath. As you exhale, slide the hands back under the shoulders. Now inhale into upward facing dog, lifting the navel and broadening the collarbone. And then exhale back into downward facing dog. Take a deep, full breath in here. Then exhale all the breath out. At the very end of exhale, either step or hop forward to the front of the mat. Inhale, get a little more length in the spine. Exhale, fold deeply as if you're moving your lower back to your thighs. Inhale to reach up, still hearing the inhale softly in your throat. And exhale the arms down. Again, let's inhale, reach the arms up, move the rib cage away from the hips. Exhale forward, touch the floor, engaging the abdomen on the way down. Inhale, get a little more length in the spine. Exhale, bend your knees, either step or hop back, lower down to the mat. And inhale into the full prostration, a pose called Danda Samarpana. Exhale the hands back under the shoulders. And inhale into Urdhva Mukha Svanasana, upward facing dog. And then exhale back into Adho Mukha Svanasana, or downward facing dog. Take a deep, full breath in. Exhale all the breath out, either step or hop forward between the hands. Inhale, lengthen the spine. Exhale, fold, engage the abdomen. Inhale to reach up, inhaling the whole way up. And then exhale the arms down. Let's try one more. Inhale, reach up, lift the inside of the rib cage. Exhale forward, touch the floor. Inhale, get a little more length in the spine. Exhale, bend your knees, either step or hop back and lower down to the mat. Inhale, stretch the arms forward, fill the torso with breath. Exhale, hands under the shoulders. Inhale to upward facing dog. And then exhale back into downward facing dog. And take a few breaths here. Open the backs of the knees a little bit more. Every exhale, draw the low belly back. Every inhale, soften the area all around the heart. Let's inhale and lift the right leg up, and first bend your knee, open the hips, take a breath. And then squeeze your right leg straight and level out the hips. Take a breath here. End of exhale, step your right foot forward. Now turn your left heel down. Let's stand all the way up. Open the hips for a triangle variation. So inhale here, and as you exhale, slowly stretch over the right leg as you turn the chest up toward the ceiling. And then inhale to stand back up. Then repeat. Exhale, slide your right hand down a little bit further. Inhale again, stand up. Okay, now exhale down a little bit further. This time stay down. Keep turning your chest up toward the ceiling. Point your tailbone to the back heel, then stretch your left fingertips up toward the ceiling. Focus your eyes on the left thumb tip. And practice your breathing here. Every exhale, draw the low belly back and ground a little more powerfully through both feet. Every time you inhale, get a little more length inside the torso, so it feels like you're using your breath to work from the inside. Exhale and bring the left hand to the mat, then inhale into the runner's lunge. And then exhale back into side plank on the left hand. Legs together, reach the right fingertips up. Focus on the right thumb tip now. Continue your breathing practice, so both the inhale and exhale have a smooth quality. Now bring the right hand to the mat and just lower halfway down so your biceps are parallel to the floor. And inhale into up dog. And exhale back into down dog. Take a moment here to smooth out the breath. And then we'll change sides. So inhale, lift the left leg up, bend your knee and open the hips. And squeeze your left leg straight, level out the hips. End of exhale, step the left foot forward and turn the right heel down. We'll slowly stand up for Trikonasana 3 times. So inhale here, and as you exhale, extend laterally over your left thigh. Inhale to stand back up. Exhale, stretch a little bit further this time. Inhale to stand up. Last time, exhale down. Keep turning your chest up. Reach your right hand up. And focus on the right thumb tip. And again, every exhale, draw the low belly back and press down into both feet like your lower body moves down as you breathe out. And then every inhale, move the rib cage away from the hips so it feels like your torso gets longer every time you breathe in. Now exhale and bring your right hand back to the mat. Inhale here in the runner's lunge. And then we'll step back into Vashisthasana on the right hand with the legs together. Press powerfully into both feet just like you're in a standing pose. And then continue your breathing practice. Exhale and bring the left hand down, lower to Chaturanga. Inhale into Urdhva Mukha. And then exhale back into Adho Mukha. And take a deep full breath in here. Exhale all the breath out. Either step or hop forward to the front of the mat. Inhale, lengthen the spine. Exhale, fold, engage the abdomen. Now inhale to reach up. And exhale the arms down. Great. Now step the left foot back so your feet are wide and parallel for Chakri, the revolving disc. Reach arms overhead, hook fingers. Inhale here. And as you exhale, stretch as far as possible to the right and then forward. Now inhale, stretch to the left and then up, lean back a little bit at the top and then repeat. Exhale to the right and forward. Inhale to the left and up. Repeat one more time, as if you're drawing a huge circle with your hands. Exhaling down and inhaling up. Now reverse your grip and change sides. Exhale to the left and forward. Inhale to the right and back up. Exhale left and forward. Inhale right and back up. One more time. Very good. Now bring the hands to the waist. Inhale here. Feet still parallel. And exhale forward to hold onto the ankles in a variation of Padottanasana. Inhale, get a little more length in the spine now. Exhale and bend the right knee, sinking into a side lunge. Still holding the ankles. Inhale, the right leg straight. Now exhale to bend the left knee. Inhale to the center. Exhale, bend the right knee, sink a little deeper. Inhale, right leg straight, and exhale, bend the left knee. And one more time. Bending one knee on exhale and straightening both legs on inhale. Okay, inhale back to the center. Exhale, pull yourself a little bit deeper. And then we'll inhale to stand all the way up. Take a breath. And we'll come right into side angle to the right. Resist your right arm into the right knee to turn the chest toward the ceiling, and then stretch the left arm over the left ear. Breathe here, same way as you exhale, ground through both feet. As you inhale, get a little more length inside the torso. So it still feels like you're using your breath to work from the inside. Now bring your left hand down and come into a side lunge. Press your right elbow into the right shin so you take weight on the outer edge of the right foot, then hold on to your left big toe with the first two fingers of your left hand. Stretch the right arm out to the side and focus your eyes on the right thumb tip. Still taking weight on the outer edge of the right foot and pressing into the left heel. Good. Now change sides. First, Parsvakonasana to the left. Turn the chest toward the ceiling. Point your tailbone toward the back heel. Now stretch the right arm over the right ear. Grounding as you exhale and getting a little more length every inhale. Now bring the right hand to the mat. Transition into the side lunge to the left. Press your left elbow into the left shin. Take weight on the outer edge of your left foot. At the same time, press into your right heel. Hold the right big toe and stretch the left arm out to the side. Come back to the center. Squeeze both legs straight. Inhale, then exhale, pull yourself a little bit deeper. Inhale to stand back up. Take a breath here. And then step forward to the front of the mat. Now inhale, reach the arms up. Exhale forward, touch the floor. Inhale, get a little more length in the spine. Exhale, bend the knees. Very end of exhale, step or hop back and lower down to the mat. Inhale, stretch the arms forward, filling the torso with breath. Exhale, hands under the shoulders. Then inhale into upward facing dog. And exhale back into downward facing dog. And take a breath here. And then warrior one. Left heel down, right foot forward, lift your torso up and line up the sternum and navel with the inner right knee. Then inhale the arms overhead, release the head back, focus on your thumb tips. Continue breathing. Every exhale, draw the low belly back and deepen the tailbone. Every inhale, still soften the area all around the heart. Now squeeze the front leg straight. Bring your fists together behind the back. Open the chest. Inhale here. And now exhale, lean forward. As you lean your shoulders forward, draw the right hip crease back and keep pressing down through the ball of the right foot. Spine parallel to the floor. Still grounding your feet every exhale and getting a little more length in the torso every inhale. Now bring your hand to the floor inside your right foot. Bend the right knee, sink deep in a lunge. And begin to work your right shoulder under the right thigh, and forehead to the right ankle. Take a breath or two here, preparing for Ekapada Kondanyasana. And bring your palms to the floor, bend your elbows like you're in Chaturanga. Shift your weight forward and powerfully press into both feet, like the strength of your legs lifts you onto the hands. After a few breaths, lift your left foot as high as you can, sweep the right foot back. Inhale into upward facing dog. And then exhale back into downward facing dog. If you've lost the long, smooth quality to your breath, bring it back now. And then we'll change sides. Right heel down and left foot forward for Virabhadrasana 1. Lift your torso up, line up the sternum and navel with the inner left knee. Inhale the arms up. Then continue your breathing practice, exhaling from the lower belly, inhaling into the heart. Now squeeze the front leg straight. Bring the palms together behind the back this time for Parsvottanasana. Inhale here. Exhale, lean forward. As you lean forward, draw the left hip crease back. Keep grounding through the ball of the left foot. Press the feet down every exhale. Move the inside of the rib cage away from the hips every inhale. Bring the hands down to the mat inside your left foot. Work your shoulder under the left thigh, forehead to the left ankle. Take a breath or two here. And then bring the palms down on the floor. Bend both elbows, shift your weight forward, and then press powerfully into both feet. After a few breaths, lift your right foot up and sweep the left foot back. Inhale into upward facing dog. And then exhale back into downward facing dog. Once you're here again, practice smoothing out the breath. Left heel down, right foot forward. Inhale to lift up back as if you're coming into warrior. But now we'll add a twist. Rest the left forearm on the right thigh. Inhale here. As you exhale, deepen the twist by sliding the left arm outside the right knee. And stretch the right arm over the right ear. Every exhale, ground through the back heel. Every inhale, still find that area around the heart to soften. Slowly unwind. Take a breath here. Now hold the right big toe with the first two fingers of the right hand and shift into Vashisthasana on the left hand. Press the right heel up toward the ceiling. Press the sole of the left foot down into the mat. Eventually turn your gaze up to the right big toe. Then release your right foot for Urdhva Vashisthasana. Press the right foot down into the mat. Lift your hips up and reach the right fingertips forward toward the front of the mat. Slowly unwind, lower down to Chaturanga. Inhale into Urdhva Mukha. And then exhale into Adho Mukha. Remember your breath here. And then side two. First, preparing for Pavarita Parsvakonasana. So rest your right forearm on the left thigh. Take a breath. Make sure you feel grounded in both feet. Then slowly begin to deepen the twist by sliding your right arm outside the left knee. Stretch the left arm over the left ear. Look up. Every exhale, press into the back heel. Every inhale, soften the area all around the heart, even though it's more challenging in this posture. Slowly unwind, take a breath. Hold the left big toe now with the first two fingers of the left hand and shift onto the right hand for Vashisthasana. Pressing powerfully into both feet just like you're in a standing pose. Then Urdhva Vashisthasana, left foot to the floor. Press both feet down and lift the hips up and reach your left fingertips forward to the front end of the mat. Exhale, return to Chaturanga. Inhale, Urdhva Mukha. And exhale back to Adho Mukha. And stay here and practice slowing down the momentum of the breath. And as you slow down the momentum of the breath, notice how the mind reacts. Now come down to the knees. Sit back on the heels, back into child's pose or balasana. Just like we began, notice how it feels to be in the body today at this time. And we'll lift up for headstand, Shirshasana. Lift the legs up. Once you're up, powerfully press the inner arches of the feet toward the ceiling. And as you press the inner arches up, press the inner elbows powerfully down into the mat at the same time. Once you feel physically stable, smooth out the breath again. Still hearing the breath softly move in and out of the throat. Still grounding through the inner elbow, so the shoulders move away from the ears. Still pressing the inner arches of the feet up toward the ceiling as if you're standing on the ceiling. Slowly bring the feet back down. Rest for a moment again in Balasana. Relaxing the neck, breathing into the back. And then let's sit up into Virasana or hero pose. So bring your knees together, separate your feet, and slowly sit back between the heels. Once your sitting bones are grounded, just rest your hands on the knees, sit up nice and tall. Now focus on deepening the inhale a little bit more. Still hearing the inhale softly pass through the throat. And every time you breathe in, feel the ribcage expand three-dimensionally, even to the back. If you don't feel the back getting much breath, engage your upper abdomen and draw the front of the low ribs in just a little bit. So you feel the breath moving into the area behind the heart. Now inhale and open the arms. And exhale, bring the right elbow up and left elbow down to hook fingers behind the back. And once you're here, continue your breathing practice. Every time you exhale, ground a little more firmly through the sitting bones. And when you inhale, now feel the back of the rib cage press into the back of your left hand. Inhale and open the arms, then change sides. So now left elbow up and right elbow down. Hook fingers. Still grounding as you exhale. And feeling the back of the rib cage press into the back of the right hand now every time you inhale. Good. Inhale, open the arms. And now lean back to Supta Virasana, reclined hero pose. You can lean on your hands or your forearms, or if it's comfortable, lean back to your shoulder blades. If you're all the way on your shoulder blades, reach your arms overhead and hold the opposite elbow. And continue your breathing practice even here. Just a few more deep breaths. And then we'll lift back up. Either step, or if you like, hop back and lower down to Chaturanga. Inhale into Urdhva Mukha. And then exhale back into Adho Mukha. Open the backs of the knees. And let's try a few pigeon variations. So bring the right knee forward, outside the right wrist, point your right big toe toward the left wrist. Inhale here, lift up. And now as you exhale, stretch forward as if you're in the full prostration again. Let's take a moment here to slow down the momentum of the breath again. As you do, of course, notice how the mind reacts. And then we'll lift back up as if we're an upward facing dog. Keep lifting the navel, broadening the collarbone. And now bring your right hand to the center of the mat. Reach your left hand back to hold inside your left foot. And without lifting your hips, bring your left foot forward as if you're going to bring the sole of your left foot to touch the sole of the right foot. Carefully leaning on the right hip, mindfully bringing the feet together into a pose called Vamadevasana. Now release both feet. Inhale back to the center, exhale back into down dog, take a breath. And then we'll change sides. Left knee forward for a few variations of Ekapada Raja Kapotasana. Inhale here, lift up. And we'll exhale and stretch forward. And take a moment to smooth out the breath. Now lift up, just like you're an upward facing dog, lifting the navel, broadening the collarbone. And then Vamadevasana. Left hand to the center of the mat, reach your right hand back to hold inside the right foot, and slowly bring the right foot forward. If it feels okay, you'll lean onto the left hip and use your hands to connect the soles of the feet. And slowly unwind, inhale back to the center, and exhale back into down dog. Now inhale forward to plank, lower all the way to the mat, and roll over onto your back. And let's prepare for upward bow, Urdhva Dhanurasana. Bring your feet in close, and let's start on the balls of the feet so the heels are off the floor. Lift your hips up, position your hands by the ears, and lift on top of your head. Then readjust here, work your elbows close together. Use the strength of your legs and your arms to lift yourself all the way up off the head now. And first, focus on squeezing the arms straight. Then use a little more leg strength to stack the shoulders over the wrists. And then without letting your hips drop, slowly bring the heels down. Take a few more breaths here. And then we'll lower back down. Once you're down, stretch your legs out just like you're in Shavasana. Take a moment here to allow everything on the inside to slow down. And now let's repeat Urdhva Dhanurasana. Again, feet about hip width. Let's start on the toes so your heels are off the floor. Lift your hips up. Position your hands by your ears. Lift on top of the head. Stop here. Readjust. Elbows close together. Strength of the legs and the arms lift you all the way up. Arms straight. Stack your shoulders over the wrist a little bit more. And slowly bring the heels down. Working the legs a little more straight this time. And lower down. And again, stretch your legs out just like you're in Shavasana. Relax the jaw. Allow the breath to slow down, the heartbeat to slow down. Maybe notice your mind again slowing down. Okay, again, bring your feet in. Heels up at first. Feet about hip width. Hands on the floor, lift on top of the head. Readjust here, elbows close together. And lift up off your head. Slowly bring the heels down. Now bring the left foot to the center of the mat and press the right foot toward the ceiling for Ekapada, Urdhva Dhanurasana. Let's take a few breaths here, then right foot down and press the left foot up. Good. Both feet back down. Lower all the way to the mat. Stretch your legs out. Take a moment to adjust. And now we'll work toward Viparita Dandasana, or inverted staff pose. Start the same way. Lift into Urdhva Dhanurasana. And lower yourself back down on the head and bring your forearms to the mat just like you're in headstand. Once your forearms are grounded, walk your feet toward the back end of the mat, working the legs a little bit more straight. Keep powerfully pressing down into the inner elbows. And walk your feet back in toward the hands, lift up, and rest on the back. Arms down by the sides, just like you're in Shavasana. Take a moment to relax. Okay, now we'll try Mandalasana. So return to Shirshasana. We'll start in headstand. And from headstand, we'll bend the knees and as slowly as possible, drop into Viparita Dandasana. Establish your breath, and then we'll begin to walk around, starting to the right. Exhale as you make a step over. And then we'll change sides. So now walk to the left. When you make the step over, make sure you exhale, still grounding through both forearms. Good. Come back to the center, reestablish the breath, and then we'll work toward Ekapada, Viparita Dandasana. So you lift off the head and start to walk your feet in closer to your hands. If possible, hold on to one foot or heel. Press the opposite foot up. Take a breath or two here. And then change sides. Press down through one foot as you press the opposite foot up. Take a breath. And then we'll return to plank. Let's take a few breaths here in plank, engaging the abdomen, pressing back through the heels so it feels like the strength of your legs and your abdomen are holding you up more than the arms. Even puff the back up slightly. Then let's return to Virasana. Sit back between the heels. Just rest your hands on the knees, close the eyes, sit up nice and tall. Breathing into the back. Again, if you don't feel the back getting much breath, engage your upper abdomen and draw the front of the low ribs in. Slow down the momentum of the breath a little bit more. Start to feel grounded again. And then we'll sit back into Dandasana. Just a real simple seated forward fold here. Palms on the mat. Sit up nice and tall. Press the thigh bones down into the floor. And then let's try Bharadvajrasana. So bring the left foot back like it's in hero pose, the right foot in half lotus. Turn to the right, bring your left hand outside and under the right knee. And then the right hand behind the back to hold on to the right foot. Good. Once you're holding onto the right foot, turn your head to the left. Breathe smoothly and deeply here. Now keep holding onto the right foot as you stretch the left foot forward. Inhale, reach the left hand up, and exhale, fold forward and hold the left big toe. Level out the shoulders. Slow down the momentum of your exhale a little bit more now. Inhale to sit back up. And now bring the left foot to the right hip crease for Padmasana or full lotus. Inhale here, and then as you exhale, stretch forward into Yoga Mudra. Of course, if full lotus doesn't work, you could always do half lotus or any simple cross-legged posture. Begin to turn your awareness inside again. Deepen your pratyahara. Let's inhale to sit back up. Carefully uncross the legs. And we'll change sides. Bharadvajrasana to the left. So fold the right foot back. Bring the left foot into the right hip crease. Right hand outside and under the left knee, and then hold your left big toe with the left hand. Turn your head to the right over the right shoulder. Inhalation sitting up a little bit taller. Exhalations deepening the twist. And now stretch the right foot forward. Inhale, reach the right hand up, and then exhale, fold, catch the big toe. Inhale and exhale, fold deeply, level out the shoulders, and slow down the momentum of the exhale a little bit more here. Inhale, sit back up. Cross your legs the second way. Inhale and exhale forward into Yoga Mudra, which helps to deepen your sense of pratyahara, drawing your awareness inward the way a turtle draws its limbs into the shell. Inhale to sit back up, uncross the legs. Let's lie onto the back and forward to Tadaka Mudra. Reach your arms up, interlace your fingers, press your palms away from the head. Press into the heel as well, so you use the strength of your arms and legs to lengthen the spine. Take a deep, full breath in. Exhale smoothly but completely. Very end of exhale, pause the breath and suck the navel back to the spine so you hollow out the abdomen just for a second or two. And then inhale again. Exhale smoothly but completely. End of exhale, Bahir Kumbhaka or external retention and a strong engagement of Uddiyana Bandha. And try that 2 more times. And then bring the arms down by the sides, palms facing up for Shavasana. Make sure you relax your jaw so the upper and lower rows of teeth separate. Soften the eyes. Now even release the breath. So we're not really practicing pranayama right now, but you are still practicing pratyahara. Still drawing your awareness inward. Very mindful of the internal condition you've created through the practice so far, both physically and mentally. Begin to deepen the breath again. Wiggle the fingers and toes and roll the ankles and wrists. Inhale and reach the arms overhead for one last stretch. And then exhale and draw the knees into the chest and rolling off to the right side. And take a breath or two here. And then let's sit up for a little pranayama practice. So come into any comfortable seat. We'll practice Brahmari pranayama with a variation of yoni mudra. So we'll bring the last 3 fingers to cover the eyes gently and use your thumbs to block off the ears so you hear no outside noise. And now take a deep, full breath in, expanding the rib cage. And then as you exhale, let's make a humming or buzzing sound. Inhale, expand the rib cage. Just do a brief pause. And exhale, making a humming or buzzing sound. And now continue at your own pace, taking a deep, full breath in, doing a brief pause, and then making the humming or buzzing sound every exhale. Take a total of 10 breaths. Once you've released the hands down, just take a moment here to keep the body perfectly still. Bring the palms together in front of the heart, back to Anjali Mudra. Take the last moment here to enjoy the peace you've created through the practice. And then bow down to the divine light within. Namaste.